Welcome to the Patricia Joe Grover Show, where we turn believers into achievers. And today, my guest is Lauren Turton. Now, Lauren is a business coach and business expansion specialist. She is a coach for female entrepreneurs, and she has successfully worked with over 200 companies on their marketing, branding, and advertising events. She has produced over 100 events. Clients include companies listed in the Forbes richest list. So this is fantastic. She is the creator of Soul Career Clarity, an 8-step formula for women who are stuck in their careers and want to start so they can break through to their next level of success. Lauren is a partner in the Ciao Piadina. I don't know if I pronounced this right. It's an Italian restaurant located in La Jolla in San Diego, California. She is the vice president of the Caney, and again, I'm not sure if I pronounced this right. It's a volunteer-based nonprofit that helps provide children in India education and the essential services so they can be self-sufficient upon adulthood, and she services on a board of directors of a private academy in southern India that provides education in the tech space for underprivileged women. So welcome to the show, Lauren.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here and to connect with you. We haven't connected since February, really. We keep up with each other on social media, and it's always so great to see what you're doing. And so thank you again for having me here, and I'm honored to connect with your guests as well.
You know, it is for me, you know, this is all about encouraging, educating, and empowering women to live their best lives. What it all is, and it's locking arms, and every single one of us are on our own journeys. We are. Mm-hmm. We're just at different points of them. So for all this exciting stuff, and you work with not just women nationally, but internationally. So I applaud you on that.
Thank you.
I really do. So, what is it? So I'm going to ask you some questions because this is, you know, what better time right now? 2020 has been, it's been. Okay. It's in the rearview mirror. We are looking forward now, and we're looking for 2021. So it's all about giving women the knowledge and understanding that they are worthy, capable of having, being, and doing more things for themselves. So,
agreed.
Yeah. All right. So number one, what is the first breaking through to your next level of success? What would you say that is, Lauren?
So for those of you right now who are thinking of starting your own business, going out on your own, I want you to align with a coach or a mentor. You need guiding you through this process. It's an unknown world. And if you try to do this on your own, you're going to be scrambling around, wasting time, wasting money, wasting resources. The number one thing you can do to break through to your next level of success is align with a coach, a mentor, somebody who can help guide you through this process.
Fantastic. And there are so many out there, and I don't know so much if they have them now, but for years, if you went through the business, there was scores, senior quarter retired people, you know, to be able to go to get information because they had already been in that industry. Yes. So looking out for things like that.
Exactly. And to go back with that, there's so many free resources, but it's just a matter of aligning with someone who's going to help hold you accountable and guide you on your journey.
Exactly. Fantastic. So why is it so important to identify limiting beliefs and where they come from? Because that's kind of in my neck of the woods. So I love to see how other people, what approaches other people use.
Yeah, so many limiting beliefs can come up as your own business or your own company. And it's so important to identify where they actually come from, where they stem from. Was it a parent who told you that you weren't good enough? Was it a schoolmate that bullied you, a teacher? Go back to the source of where the limiting belief comes from so that you can start to change that limiting belief. You can work through it and break through that, because all of those things are going to come up as you start this new journey. And if you don't actually deal with it, they're just going to keep popping up.
Exactly. I applaud that. And Lauren, that's what I teach people too, because we can actually turn that negative vision that we see for ourselves through, and it's those the beliefs, the limiting beliefs. I call them belief windows, and that's the window that we are seeing what our potential is out of. We need to change the focus in that glass, change that around and use what we learn when we look at where they came from and break down that the whole thing. We can find fuel in that to move us forward.
A quick little personal story about myself to give an example of a limiting belief I had to overcome is I dropped out of several times. And that is something for over a decade held me back because I believed I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't to the standard of my peers. I had no direction. And these are things that other people said to me. And I said to myself, and now at the age of 34, I only started my company 2 years ago. I am on track to have my record-breaking month in sales this month of over 25K. And I share because for years I was held back by limiting beliefs. And now, because I've broken down where they come from, what's happening with them, why do I think this about myself, I've been able to break through all of that and achieve something I never thought was possible. My average month or my average yearly income from 18 to 28 was about $35,000 a year.
Right.
And now I'm doing that almost in 1 month in sales. So that right there tells you I can figure this out and do this. You can too.
Fantastic. And thank you for sharing that, because again, so many people just don't let your past hold you back. Don't let it define choices and decisions. When you make that choice and decision, which you did, Lauren, you made that choice and decision to switch things up, you were able to do this. So fantastic. Yeah. So now number 3, what top 3 tips would you give those who want to break through to their next level of success?
So tip number 1 would be life that which does not serve you anymore. And this can be difficult because it could be friendships, it could be relationships within your family. Another example I give is social media, following on Instagram, Facebook. You curate your feed. So if you're looking at your feed and you're seeing a lot of negative, delete. Curate that. So figure out that which no longer serves you and start Xing that out, because this journey of breaking through that you're about to go on is massive. And you can't have anything that's holding you back or holding you down. Number 2 would be imperfect action. So often people think when they go into the business space that they need to be perfect and everything needs to be amazing and shiny and sparkly. Well, reality check, it's not like that. It is not like you need to be doing that. It needs to be like that. Then you're never going to move forward. So take imperfect action. An example, I released my first book this year, and I'm so proud that I did this. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not perfect here. I was going through this the other day and I found some formatting issues. I found some spacing issues, some grammar mistakes, but you know what? It's out there and I did it. And now this time I release another book, I can go through it in a different way and make sure those mistakes aren't there. But this isn't perfect and that's okay. It's just a matter of I did it and it's out there. So that would be tip number 2 is comfortable with imperfect action.
Exactly.
And then for number 3, to break through to your next level of success, I'm going to go back to what I said earlier with aligning with a coach, aligning with a mentor. And I want to touch on, because this is something that people have a really, really hard time with when they are starting their business, is actually investing in a coach or a mentor. And I want to talk about what happens when you do invest and you pay attention. And also the person on the other end, they are paying attention to you and they're now working with you because they have a goal. So if it's something that's like impossible to you, like I can't come up with the amount of money that they require, go through your expenses. What can you weed out? Also look into business credit cards, apply for grants, do all of those steps you need to do on the forefront as you start your business so that you have the capital to take yourself and your business to the next level.
I applaud you on that. I
Thank
really,
you.
really do. To take a step back and look, invest, and thinking of it, you're investing in yourself.
Yes.
And when all these things come together and you're looking at trying to create, whether it be a new business,
Mm-hmm.
we're starting something, and all those pieces, when they come together, it's having that right there
Mm-hmm.
in front of you. And it takes you, and you want that plan that you're putting together to be as successful. You want it to be successful, so you have to invest in that. And I
Exactly.
teach my clients to
Mm-hmm.
budget, but budget not just your money, but your time and your energy. And what I share with people, and you're familiar with Dr. Wayne Dyer.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not? Okay, well, you got to check him out. Okay.
Okay.
But one of the things he said is it's never crowded. And it, that, but you're looking at that thinking, okay, these are the people, the high achievers, and they're up there. Well, yeah, again, high achievers, there's 8% of the people in the world that are the high achievers. Well, I wanted to find out what those 8% are doing. What
Okay.
is it that makes them the 8%? And what's the 92% of everybody else not doing, right? Focus on what the 8% were doing. And when I was writing my book, and
Mm-hmm.
and what it is it goes back to what he says. It's never crowded along the extra mile. The problem is people don't understand that there, it's actually done behind the scenes. It's the work you
Yes.
do to put into it beforehand, so that when you are creating those plans and you're laying that foundation that you're going to build this tower of awesomeness on,
Mm-hmm.
that needs to be strong, and it has to be growth that you're going to put on it. And that's
Yes.
that's what I teach people and work with people on, creating those smarter plans to be
Yes.
able to do that, and
Mm-hmm.
to be able to take their life or their business to the next level, and have that life that they want to have.
Yes.
So, Lauren, and fantastic, and I'm so excited that you are doing that. And one
Mm-hmm.
of your passions, and so I have to talk about the restaurant. So,
Oh, thank
yeah.
you.
So with that, I mean, that is something that it takes work and effort to go into things.